All right, are we ready? Well, let's go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Larry James. My company is Speak with Larry, no spaces. And I'm in Texas today. And in Texas, it is cold with a capital C. I had to create some videos today, and I also had to create a podcast. I do podcasts on Monday. And this Monday, the internet wasn't able to come up. So I had to wait until today because Tuesday and Wednesday was even worse, right? Rolling blackouts, I had never experienced those. Those were really strange to me. But I understand how people freeze to death, because it's cold has a way of making you want to go to sleep. And you go to sleep because you are so cold. You know what I'm saying? However, I'm an ex-Marine, so it wasn't gonna be able to take me out like that. I just shut the room off, limited the space, made the space small, put towels up against the windows and all those type of things. And I had candles, made sure I had candles. Candles keep you warm. I had like 10 candles. And it was like a little hot box in there to me. I was just comfortable. The only downside was for me, you had to wait for the electricity to come back on to make food, right? Because I don't really do a lot of cooking, but I can microwave, right? So I was waiting for that to happen. And it would come on by like, for me, it came on like uh, 4 hours, and then it would go off for like 6 hours. Came on for four and come on for five. It was hard to detect. But when it came back on, whenever it came back on, you were ready for it because you had things to do. And it was like that for 2 days for me. I was like, wow, this is crazy. But I believe it was because of, the powers that be, people making decisions that, and trying to convince you that one thing is one way when it's not. That's just kind of so silly to me. People are actually dying for that, during that process. But, hey, it is what it is. Uh, I want to talk to you again on this video about starting your online presence, creating your online thing, right? Creating the thing you want to do online and how simple the processes are for you to get started. You know, I'm one person that can help you get the foundation set up. So if you've been thinking about that and you've been kind of, well, I don't know, I'm kind of straddling the fence about it. I don't really want to do too much. And then with this COVID, excuse me, everybody got the COVID, or, everybody's trying to stay away from the COVID. I don't want to be around nobody, but you don't have to be around people now. You learn online. Where you are is where you learn. Where you are is where you create your content. Where you are is where you upload your system that you create to YouTube or wherever, excuse me, wherever it is you're sending them. It's all about that. It's not about the excuses part. It's not about that anymore. It's time to let's go. Let's go with it, right? It's game time. We need to get in the game, especially as Black people, as African Americans. You see people around you just like me all the time right now trying to convince you to do something different. You see that. I'm only doing my part, right? Now, what's my part? Sharing information I know to help you make a decision to do something different in your world that will allow you to kind of really, really kind of be who you really are. Like, buy back your 24 hours, so to speak. Like, we got 24 hours in a day. And if you have a job, that job controls 8, 10, 12 hours of that day that you could have doing something that you want to do yourself, right? And the bad thing about that is if you have a job like that and you've been there for 5 or 7 years and then they're bought by another company, and then you have to go look for another job. And if their job is not like the same related, like government or the city, you don't get to transfer all those years you had, right? So it's a good thing to actually, and with technology the way it is, and you see it all around you. You see people starting businesses, doing things all around you. Just go slow. Go at a pace that you're comfortable with. Don't let nobody, just try to take your money, because that's not what you want. It's not like that. You don't have to give people a lot of money. You don't. You don't have to do that. You can just set up little systems that get the results you want and go at your own pace. And, 30, 60, 90 days, you're a lot farther than you are right now. Day one, 90 days from now, if you put on a system or in a process that will get you to a certain point, you won't be the same person, because now you're busy. You're consciously using this thing called a brain that you have, right? You don't just go home and watch that idiot box. No. See, that idiot box is programming you. It's keeping you where you want to be, like docile, where you don't want to get out and do nothing except what they tell you to do, you know? And then that's how it is for a lot of people. I see that a lot of times when I study different things, because I have to study as well. It's a constant thing. But with the internet the way it is today, or you can access podcasts, you can access blogs, you can access videos, and just sit there and watch them. Listen to different people. See, different people have different perspectives. Just like if you're still watching me this long, it's something about what I'm saying that's got you listening, right? And a lot of times it's simply the tone of voice that people have. I notice that because I'm a student of learning. So I learn best based on people that I like to learn from. So when I'm hearing someone speak, the way they're saying it lines up with the way my mind works. So I'm getting more of it. You see what I'm saying? And it'll work that way for you as well once you start to gain some perspective or some knowledge on a certain subject. Just like, think about this. If you wanted to gain some information on one topic, just one topic that you already like. I'm not going to give you that topic. But if you want to gain some more information on that one topic, what would that be for you? So you need to be able to answer that question, because by answering that question, that's the starting point. You're going to start to find information on that. You're going to read, you're going to watch videos, you're going to take notes, you're going to listen to podcasts. And how much can it be about one subject, right? It's not. Well, you think it's not a lot, but it is a lot. But it's based on what you like. Like, I like small businesses. I like personal development. I like being able to control what I have, what I possess. I like that, not in a man-female or relation type control, but in a monetary way. I like to be able to control things like that, and I like to control it based on knowledge, not because they say good, they say do it. No, I don't want to base it on that, because they may not know, and they may be benefiting from what somebody else is doing. People know people. And you got to trust somebody, but I trust me, and I trust other people too. But you're the same way. We're being programmed to be, introverted, to be individual, right? So that you have to really be somebody that we can trust to give you that quote unquote, yeah, I trust, and that's just how the world is today. We've gone through a transition. The last 4 years is really a transition for a lot of people. It really shook some people, right? And we're trying to come out of that and come back to some level of a semblance, where we can at least get along with people, right? But it's not going to always be easy. But I'm going to be making some videos because this is what I do. And this year, 2021, I'm taking my audience on a different path. I'm taking them on getting to know who Larry James is, understanding what he does and why he does what he does. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. And guess what? I'm doing it all from the comfort of my own home. What you're watching right now, what the information that you're gaining, I didn't have to go anywhere. I didn't have to hire anybody. I just sit down and record. And you can do the same thing. And that's what I want you to understand. That's available for you as well, because you'll begin to reach an audience. And as you reach that audience becomes people who know, like, and trust you. And that's what you want in this game. You want people who know, like, and trust you. And you want to be able to deliver, because you don't get in the game to steal from people, right? If that's your mindset, that's the wrong mindset. You don't even get in the game for money, because money comes and goes, right? And if you get in there for money, then it's easy to, sway you because you're motivated by money. And if the money stops, then you break, right? You go on to something else. That's why you want to make it about what you like, not about what someone tells you you like. And, you know, I think that this will be a good move for you to at least give it 90 days. Let's say you live to be 80 years old. What's 90 days out of 80 years old? Just give something, commit to something for 90 days. Like really commit to it. Like I ain't watching TV all, let's say when you get off work, you go home and watch 5-6 hours of TV. No, I'm gonna study this for 1 hour a day, 3 days a week. It's not a lot, is it? People like me, I eat, sleep, and drink this type of stuff, but I'm not asking you to do that. I'm simply asking you to reassess where you are and think about doing something where you control the wheel, for real, right? Where you control that. And once you get a feeling of that, again, an understanding about that, like, hey, I can do this, then who knows, right? The world is your oyster if you decide to go for it, but it's not going to be easy, but it will be worth it. Trust me. All right. Again, my name is Larry James. My company is Speak with Larry, no spaces. And as always, share with someone else what I've shared with you.